What's up, guys? How's it going? We'll keep this video under 10 minutes. Wanted to let you guys know how this van literally changed my life. It cost $1,200. We bought it in August of last year, and we had it fixed up as far as the engine was rebuilt. Luckily, my mechanic friend only charged me $50 an hour, which is a great deal because a shop's going to be $125, $150 an hour. Did a great job because we're into June now, 6 months later, and it is running fantastic. It does need shocks, and really that's kind of about it. Maybe tint the side windows here. Those windows are tinted on the doors, but yeah, it changed my life because, well, it's a tiny home. I mean, there's a group of people that get it and a group of people that don't. So it's a great way to save money. No rent, because guys, before I lived with, there's two different exes I lived with, and I won't get into all that, but overpriced apartment rent is just not the way to go. First of all, I prefer buying over renting. And there's people out there like Ramsey who say, oh, you should rent for a little while and everything, but just save up to buy something. I mean, that way you're building equity and stuff. That's what I'm doing. I'm saving up because this thing, again, $1,200, it's paid off, and then the engine rebuild, $50 an hour is not bad at all. It also has a new power steering gearbox, which is a couple $100, but I believe that has a lifetime warranty. I'm not sure, but either way, the AC is working good. The only thing that doesn't work on this thing is the heater core. We might get that fixed, but we do have a Mr. Buddy heater for when we need it. But right now it's the summertime, so it hasn't been a big deal. So, but anyways, yeah, I was living with exes. I was living with family, and I appreciate that. I'm not on here to bash them, but I'm saying I'm glad I moved out and I'm on my own because I'm 28 years old. And I had moved out before, previously, with those apartments, and that was back in 2022. Even in 2017, actually, when I was 19, 20, I was about 20 years old, I moved out then for a year or so. But, I wish I'd kind of known about van life sooner, but better late than never, and 28's not, not bad. I had known about it for the past, maybe, I don't even know, 4 or 5 years, 3 to 5 years, somewhere around there. But, I was watching videos, I was like, hey, this looks fun and interesting. If you've been on the channel a while, you know that I lived in my truck in 2023 for a couple months, and that was fun. The van is a little better for just living and stuff. As far as the truck, it's cool. I still have that truck. I got a better high-rise camper shell instead of cab level, so picked that thing up for $350 last year, or that was earlier this year actually. I believe it was March or April, probably March. And I have some videos on the channel about that as well. But we're going to be cranking out some more content. I am excited. I appreciate all the support from you guys. And we're working on that CDL. Of course, I did the DOT physical, which is good for 2 years. Super simple, physical exam. I've been studying like crazy for the actual test at the DMV, which I'm going to be doing soon. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I've been getting consistently between 90 and 100% on the test, on the practice test online, so that's good. As far as my fitness goes, the girlfriend and I are trying to hit the gym about 4 days a week. I like to focus on the weights there. Sometimes I'll do cardio, but I like saving the cardio for outdoors when the weather's nice. When it's too hot or too cold, then yeah, I'll go inside and do the Stairmaster. Stairmaster's great, do the treadmill. But as far as the weights and everything, and then as far as running, we want to beat our 2022 half marathon time, so we'll be working on that. It's we'll probably first start off with improving our mile time, improving in the 5K, then progress to a 10K, and then the half marathon. And who knows, one of these days we might do a full marathon, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, guys, this van, it's been great. We've been living in it full time now for over 6 months, and yeah, I mean, it's just it was a great decision, and it's a starting point. It's not like living in a van forever for the rest of my life. I mean, I could do that and continue to save money and obviously continue working and stuff, and maybe even get a bigger, better van in the future, or a travel trailer or something. But really, I want to save up for land. Land would be ideal, because then you have a place to park. that's your own, right? I mean, we can park at free campsites, we can do urban stealth camping. There's places that don't mind if you park there overnight, but the girlfriend and I want to save up for land. And by the way, we just hit our 1 year anniversary as of yesterday, so it's something. It's a good start. We're getting along great and everything, and similar goals and all that. She's at work right now, so if I'm not at work, I'm generally either making content or working out. Sometimes I'll read or just relax a little and listen to a podcast or an audiobook or watch a little bit of YouTube. I don't really watch too much stuff because someone asked me this, and my friend John says the same thing. Someone asked him the same question, which is kind of funny. What do you normally watch? It's like, I don't have a lot of time to watch anything. I would like to watch the different things like TV shows, movies. Once in a great while, I'll go to the movies and stuff, but I'm too busy creating my own content and stuff. Maybe I'll research some stuff, be like, how to do this. Maybe on YouTube, look up stuff, read about it, or ask Chat GPT or Google, But other than that, I try to focus on my own content. I got all my stuff on my phone is all organized as far as, my Notepad app synced to the cloud, and then Google Docs, Google Sheets, that's separate. And then Chat GPT, been using that a lot. So, for different things as far as video ideas, content creation, and it's a useful tool for sure. Yeah, don't want this video to go on too long. If you guys have any questions, let me know. The van, it's running great. It's been great. I will have more content coming your guys' way. And yeah, that being said, I'm going to wrap it up here. I will see you guys in the next video. If you want to donate, I have Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. If you're new here, please subscribe. We'll have more stuff. And that being said, keep on trucking. Later.